So here we are, Thursday morning. We're down at Cirencester, me and Mark. We're at Dominic Winter's auction house. We're just picking up a load of stuff, as you can probably tell. Mark's been on a buying spree again, and yeah, mate, just got up here. Oh yeah, we're on our way to Ashburton actually to sell a bit of stuff down there to a couple of dealers that we know, and hopefully do a bit of an interview with them. They're two quite interesting guys, two completely different guys. One of them is buying a load of gear off us, and the other one is hopefully looking to set up an auction house. So we'll go and find out what they're all about. But on the way down, we're just calling in at Dominic Winter's, and we're picking up. It's a missionary's outfit from about 1860. Now this guy was a Christian missionary, one of the most prolific missionaries of his time, and he went over to China to convert everybody to religion, basically, in about 1820, 1830, some around that period. And this is the stuff that he brought back. Really, it's a bit of a mixture of everything. It was bought over the internet. It's not been viewed properly, which is always a bit of a. You take a chance when you don't view this stuff properly in auction. There's probably 50-60 items.
It used to be easy to travel around the country to demonstrate to people in this country about how the Chinese lived and how the clothing was worn. Really? So we had a wagon, and he rode around the country in a wagon and produced the clothing, and then used to put the clothing on and show them how it was worn.
Right.
And we wearing those, would he?
No, he wouldn't be. No,
would be shown. In here.
Yeah.
Actual hair wigs are in here.
Oh, really gruesome. Yeah. Wow. I mean, that's got to be of Chinese interest in it, surely, you know.
But it's all from.
It's all full provenance up. It's got everything with it.
Yeah.
Obviously, needs displaying.
Military style caps, isn't it? Or officials caps.
And what are those? The boots there, Mark? Those are silk boots.
Silk boots.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Another wicked, bloody hell. This is going to take some displaying, mate, isn't it?
There's a lot of stuff.
There is a lot of stuff, isn't there?
Children's outfit.
Wow.
All silk.
Right. Wow.
All the shoes.
Yeah. Oh, for the what's it called? The geisha girls.
Yeah.
Original geisha girl shoes. How many pairs of those are there?
I think it's 13.
13 pairs. 13 pairs. 13 sets of shoes.
Sets of shoes, yeah.
Wow. And it just comes out in boxes like that?
Yeah, they just said it was highly contested.
Really?
Obviously we won it, but it was highly contested.
Yeah.
A lot of interest was in this.
Right, interesting, mate. And yeah.
Plus his cloak is in there.
Cool. Well, when we get to Cirencester later on, we'll pull it all out and see if we can do a better display than what we're doing at the back of a van at the moment. Yeah, the original gear. So we need mannequins and everything now, don't we, to display that properly?
So there's a lot in there, Carl.
Right, cool.
And the other bit.
So as well as another lot, there's a Bernard Leach print. A Bernard Leach sketch. Bernard Leach is one of a family of famous potters in this country, and he designed a lot of his pottery on Japanese influence, and he trawled around Japan. 8872 and 859, pen and ink on paper, framed in oak. He got his influences from going around Japan.
The only one we could afford.
Yeah, there was 3 on the sale actually. That was the only one we could get. If you're going to buy anything by the Leach family, there's quite a few potters. The one to buy is the Bernard Leach stuff. So, I mean, obviously the other stuffs are okay to buy, but don't pay a lot of money. But if you have to pay a lot of money to buy any Bernard Leach stuff. So along with that, we bought 6 other rings, gold rings that are knocking about somewhere. But what I'll do, when we get to Cirencester, we'll pull them out, or when we get to the hotel, because we're staying for a few days, having a gamble about, we'll come back to it and show you. Catch you in a bit. Okay, so it's the next morning. Where were we yesterday? Ashburton.
Ashburton, Cirencester.
Yeah, Cirencester we were yesterday, and today we're now in Ashburton, and we are honoured today, really honoured, because we're outside Tom's shop, and just as you're filming, your phone goes off. Just 1 second. We'll just. That's my wife, as usual, interrupted at the wrong time. We're outside Tom's shop, and it's Antiques and Curios in Ashburton. And if you ever in Ashburton, or if you're anywhere near, come to this is the only place in England you'll find the proper antique shop. It's outstanding.
Shake your hand.
Thank you very much, Tom. It's great
You're
to
very
see you
kind.
again, mate.
You're very kind.
It is. This is the antique dealer's antique shop. This is the only place where you're not buying something for your garden. You're not buying something that you've got to stick on the wall or picture. You're not buying a decorative item. You're buying a genuine antique, and you can buy an antique and make money. We've done it. Mark's been down in the past. He's bought off you. I've bought off Mark. That's bought off you, and I've sold them and made
It's
money.
good to hear.
And so it's
That's how it works, isn't
It's
it?
proven. It's exactly how it works.
That's how it works. Yeah.
This shop is smaller than a matchbox. It's got more stock in it than the stock exchange. It's out of this world. It's unbelievable. If you can go in and just have a quick look around in there, we can't go in with you because you can't get three people in.
But you're very welcome.
Tom doesn't have a chair in the shop. He just stands up all day.
Can't get one in there. I have sat down on the floor occasionally if we're exhausted.
I can imagine. So it's 12 hours a day on your feet.
Yeah.
And then there will be quiet times when you've just got to stand there and just look at your stock, really.
Yeah, I do really. I'm always on the move, always moving things around, always buying something.
Yeah.
Running after customers who haven't paid. No.
I mean, that's a great.
I don't run very fast. That's the problem. They're too quick for me.
I would say that's a great thing. Just looking at this stock, there's such a vast amount of stock in there, and I'm sure there's. Well, I know there's. You forget stuff because we just routed through and picked out probably 24 items.
So the main thing for me is everything's bought locally in Devon.
Yeah.
Nothing bought and sold on the internet. I do a bit of Instagram, but that's all.
Yeah.
So when people buy, they know it's not all been round the houses and online and what have you. So it's fresh. It's fresh to the market.
It's exactly fresh stuff. Nobody's seen it before. That's what's so rare about this. You can't go in.
It'd be very easy to put all this online and sell it that way, but it's not the way I do things.
No, it's not. I mean,
and most shops now do it that way, so there's nothing in there when you go in. But
we come here late yesterday afternoon, just to make sure everything was okay and you were happy with filming for us. And as I was here, there were half a dozen people coming past, all wanting to do business, all showing us a great amount of trust.
Real working antique shop.
And this morning, we've seen people coming in and going. It's the busiest antique shop in the country.
You want to come here in February when the snow's. Don't see anybody for days though. No. So it's a working shop. Old school. The sort of shop that I used to go into when I was a youngster.
It is exactly that. It is one of very few, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what's your best successful buy that you've had?
So my specialism is coins. Always has been. In fact, I used to go into a shop like this and buy coins when I was about 7. So coins are my thing. The peak of my career. It's a few years ago now, 10 or 12 years ago. I bought in auction. These are pre-internet days, pretty much, and I bought in auction a tin of coins locally in auction, and in that tin of coins I identified before the sale came up there was a scarce American coin, which was an American New England shilling, Massachusetts, Pilgrim Fathers period. Just looks like a blank piece of metal about the size of a half crown, blank with NE on one side and X11 on the other side. So I think it's 1652, something like that. The only reason I knew that it was what it was, and that it's still a chance of being right, was that years before a dealer had sold me a fake one. I'm a great believer in karma.
Oh, right.
And at that time I researched it and I worked out that it was fake. But that gave me the information that I knew that it was a right one. It was in a tin, in a collector's case, and I can't remember what I left on it now. Anyway, I bought it for 360 quid the tin with some other coins. Anyway, I thought, well, I mean, it catalogues, reasonably well. I mean, 10, 20,000, something like that. But American coins are funny. As I say, it didn't look anything. Anyway, I had a dear friend at the time who still in touch with, and he was going up to London. He was a coin man himself. So I gave it to my friend, and he said, oh, I'm seeing an American auctioneer this week. I'll take it up to him. So he took it up to London, and actually he had it in his pocket for a while, and he forgot about it. And he went to a parking speed awareness course.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and it was in his pocket then.
Wow.
Anyway, I saw him a few weeks later. He was standing in the post office door, and he didn't really mention it. I said, oh, by the way, I said, how'd you get on with that coin? He said, oh, yeah, it should be all right. It should be three-figure thousands. And I thought, three-figure thousands? What the hell does that mean? I don't usually deal in three-figure thousands. It's usually a fiver or a tenner. Anyway, he said, yeah. No, I said, oh God, that's 100,000 he's talking about. Anyway, with his help, he went over to Stackbowers in America, in New York. It's one of the main auction houses over there. Pre-auction, they start everything at $1.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He said, don't buy. I said, Patrick, and it's about 10 days before or something. He said, don't worry about it, it'll be all right. And I said, all right then. Anyway, it was on $1 for ages. And it was on the front cover of their catalogue, so
right,
as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I think it got up to about $20,000, something like that. And I thought, oh well, that's sort of going the right way. On the day, or was it the day before? I think it was on the day, because we were able to watch it online. It was early days of that. Online, it went up on the day to $290,000. And I was thinking to myself, my God, this is going to make them. I mean, why? I don't know, but anyway. And we watched it. On the street, it was on, we could watch it on screen.
Wow.
And it actually went back into the room. There was only actually one bid after that.
Really?
And it made $300,000, which at the time was £197,000.
Wow. That's a Del Boy moment, that is,
That is a Del Boy moment. And actually, my friend, who's a very clever man, he also negotiated some of their commission as well.
Brilliant.
So that's my career highlight.
These are stories that make this job so fascinating.
I tell you what I really like about it, actually, is my son was doing, I gave him a few bits to do a car boot sale when he was hard up, and he did this car boot sale down at Cornwall, and he said, Dad, you're famous. I said, why is that? He said, well, there was two people there, and they were talking about a bloke who found a coin. I thought, that's my dad.
That's Tom. What's he done with the money? So
anyway, all the money's spent. Don't worry about that.
We're not worried about you. You've got a wife. We understand that. Don't worry about
all
that.
All spent unwisely.
Yeah. Well, I think you've spent it on stock. That's outstanding. The stock in this shop is absolutely to die for.
It's a real shop. Everybody's welcome.
It's great. So Ashburton Antiques and Curios.
Yeah. Tomwood
Antiques.
Right.
On Instagram. You can buy something, and
you're a very kind man.
And it's lovely. Honestly, I'm honoured to be here.
No, it's nice to meet you.
It's great.
Nice to meet you. All right.
Brilliant. Thank you, Mark. So we're back in Ashburton for the second time, and we're just in Tom's shop, which is a must go to when you come to Ashburton. It's literally, you can't get three people in. You're lucky if you can just about get two in. It's the only place in the United Kingdom that is like this. You won't find anywhere else like this. It is full of interesting, proper really good antiques, silver, jewellery, antiquities, everything that you could possibly think of apart from furniture, because it's too spacious, it takes up too much space, the furniture. There's cabinets and trays, coins. I mean, as we saw in the last video, Tom knows about the coins, but you can get a great deal off him. He's so plentiful, he'll always give you an absolutely cracking deal. And he's a great man. If you've got coins to sell, he's the man. He's as honest as the day's long, so it's worth a trip down. I'll do a bit in the area in a bit. I didn't do anything last time. I'll do a bit more interesting in the area, and it's worth coming down. The place is full of antique shops, craft shops, gift shops, cafes, delicatessens, bespoke bakeries. It's just a great day out. So as you can see, this I can only just about turn around and get you a bit of an idea of what is in here. And all this metal you're seeing, every bit of it's silver. And yeah, some of it's quite expensive silver as well. You know, when you start looking at the card cases there, you've got Nathaniel Mills card cases. You know, years ago they used to be £800–900 a piece. Then they come down in value a bit now, but I'm not a great silver buyer myself, to be honest with you. I always tend to go in the scrap. To be honest, can't hang on to it enough. But Tom sells quite a bit of it as articles. You know, I mean, there's literally anything you need. And everywhere we go, every antique fair we go, if you mention Ashburton, somebody will say there's a great little antique shop just down the road on the left hand side, and they get the gentleman's called Tom, and he's great, and you can get some bargains, and that's without us mentioning anything. So hopefully somebody sees this at some point. Go, if you want, you can buy well if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you just want to browse around, then come in and ask Tom's advice, and he'll show you, he'll get you something, whatever price point you want to spend. As I was coming in before, there was a lady here wanted a present for her son. She walked out with a little £5 pot that, you know, you couldn't even find it, but she asked Tom, and he said, yeah, we've got one here, you don't want to spend much, a £5, it's made up. You can't get a coffee up the road for a £5, you know. There's trays. This is just a random tray. You can come in, pull the drawers out, help yourself. You know.
Do you need some new glasses?
I mean, look, you know, from Neolithic arrowheads, you know, to Roman pieces, whatever that is. Got a price on anyway, so.
I was just having a route through.
I think that's a piece of currency from one of the islands. Again, you know, we're not well up on this because we're just a jack of all trades really, but we don't specialise in most, but we know good stuff when we see it. Absolutely fascinating. I believe there's 2 rooms upstairs and a back room, but there's absolutely no chance of getting that unless you've got a good Sherpa with you. You fancy a 2-day expedition. But yeah, the smallest shop in Ashburton, but certainly by far the most interesting shop. So yeah, and like I say, Tom will advise you on absolutely on anything that you need, because we need a lot of advice, and we've found that everything we've bought off him, we've sold, we've made profit on it, or we've we've kept it because we don't like selling stuff. You know, things have a lot of the Buddhas, that sort of thing, the Asian antiques. Again, you've got no really know what you're on about, but we don't.
Specific use.
So I think Mark was looking at buying some coins, and Tom is the man for the coins, to be honest with you. So we're going to get some advice off him. I think he's going to show us some unusual stuff and hopefully give us a bit of a description.
Hey.
Yeah, alright fella.
Yeah, good. Just looking at these coins here.
Yeah, what have we got?
Well, there's a few interesting ones there. Yeah, first one there.
That's nice.
It's a silver stater. It's 350 BC, Greek, and that's an ear of wheat on it. Silver,
Yeah.
lovely weight to it.
Lovely and crisp, isn't it?
Well,
Just keep it there.
it's circulated, it's
Yeah.
worn, but it's
Trying to focus it.
for 350 BC. You've got to think about what hands that's been through.
Yeah.
So that's beginning of coinage.
350 BC.
350 BC. Then we got
Close where? Philip. Macedonia.
could be. It's a bit earlier. This one here. This is a Celtic coin. There you are.
That's
See if
nice.
you can get it. Yeah. You look on there. That's 50 BC.
Just keep that there.
It's Celtic.
It takes a while to focus it.
And if you look, you'll see a face on a moon. That's the man in the moon. That's a Celtic potent, 50 BC to about 50 AD. And on the back of it, it's very abstract, but that's a running boar. So that's 300 years later than the first one I showed you.
Mm.
And here we are. This one here, everybody likes this one. Put that in your hand. Nice weight. That's a silver hammered half crown of Charles I. So it's about 1645.
Charles the First.
Charles I,
Bloody hell.
yeah. That was found in a field in Oxfordshire, a little stack of them, bought by
Really?
a customer years ago.
Really. And that's just for sale to anybody that comes in the shop.
Yeah, everything in this shop is for sale.
Beautiful.
Yeah, this is a proper shop, nothing put away.
Yep.
But if you look at the detail on the head, it's fantastic. Charles I on horseback. That's before his head came off.
Mm.
The later ones, he's got
Yeah.
no head.
Running around horseless.
The headless horseman. There we go.
Sorry, do you want to let these people in?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, okay, okay.
Got here.
This one here is Henry VIII. It's a Henry VIII groat. It's been holed, but it's still. This is when he was younger. Most of our images of him is where he's got a bushy beard and he's older, but this is a profile image, and it's when he was younger. Yeah.
Cool. And what sort of money
That's
do
the arms.
these retail out at?
They vary greatly. I mean, the stater there's 250. The Celtic potent's about 100.
Okay.
The Henry VIII groat, because it's holed, it's been holed in antiquity and then worn, which is quite nice. The hole makes a big difference.
Yeah.
That's about 100.
Okay.
What else?
And the Charles the First.
Charles I there. That one's a bit special. It's because the sharpness of the image.
The grade.
Yeah, the grade. It's about 400 quid. That one.
Yeah.
It's one of the best details I've seen on a Charles I half crown.
Beautiful. Great. Smashing. Yeah, a massive eclectic mix of things in this shop. Tom's the man if you've got jewellery you want to sell, you want coins, anything you want to sell around this area.
You're a good man. It's an honest shop.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
It is an honest
Anybody's
shop.
welcome. I always give them my best advice.
It is an honest shop.
Yeah. That's Marcus Aurelius.
Is it Aurelius?
Yeah, it is Marcus Aurelius. Very worn Roman coin. You can get Roman coins in high grade, but that one, as you can see, has passed through a few Roman hands.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
gives it the sort of majesty of it, you know,
Imagine
the romance
history
of
that.
it. Yeah. And then a coin like that where it's worn, and it's a beautiful smooth patina. That's like 30 quid, you know.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
isn't
it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
When you think of the history of it,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
crazy.
So
that, isn't it?
Marcus Aurelius, as in Gladiator.
Gladiator.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Brilliant. Gladiator, the first one.
So these are tokens,
Yes.
and I always put a few of these out just for people to see, because I like the wording on that. It says the wooden walls of Old England, and it's referring to the date on it is 1795, and it's referring to shipbuilding.
Oh,
the wooden
right,
walls
right.
of Old England.
Okay.
Yeah. Massive
Massive amount of token collectors, aren't there, out there? There's as many token collectors as there are coin collectors, aren't there?
There are indeed. That one there, that's a penny token, but it's for a Cornish penny token. That's St Michael's Mount on there. That's about 1812, something like that. And I always like this. This is a North Wales token, but I always like these because it's got a druid's head on it.
Yes. Whereabouts in North? Does it state where in North Wales?
I think it just says North Wales, but on the edge, which I don't know if the camera will pick up, it will tell you where it was payable. It says payable at London or Anglesey.
Anglesey, yeah, it's usually from the copper mines on Anglesey, isn't it? Yeah.
So I quite like those. But we've got trays and trays of coins any time. Oh, here I'll finish on this one.
Okay.
This is, you can see the bottle of wine on there. The date of this again, it's about 1790. Bottle of wine on there, nothing changes, and on the edge it says more trade and less taxes.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing changes, does
Wow.
it? Yeah, more trade and less
So
taxes.
that's a token. How would that have been used, or where would that have been?
So
given out?
tokens were issued to facilitate trade when there was a shortage of change, particularly in the time of the Napoleonic Wars and at other times in history. So these were, because there was a shortage of change and currency, people couldn't carry out trade. So local towns, areas, businesses, would produce tokens.
Right, and you spent it in that local
Well,
area.
yeah, they were. I mean, it's the weight of copper. I mean, unscrupulous businesses would set up a shop and then you could only spend them from that shop.
Yeah, we're near Style in Cheshire, and famously there's little two shops there. Style Mill was one of the first linen producing places. They got paid in tokens. You had to spend it in the overinflated shops.
Indeed, with flour with sawdust in it.
Exactly.
That also doesn't change, does it?
No, it doesn't. Does it? No, not at all. Proper slavery. That's what that was, wasn't it? It was for slavery. Nobody mentions that.
No, it was. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, probably the same working for Amazon. I don't know.
Yeah, he probably would. Yeah. We'll edit that out. Yeah. Okay. Nice one. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Cheers. So just a quick few shots of around Ashburton, just down the road from Tom's place. Just at the top of the road, and where we are in it's Jordon's antique shop. Obviously Jordon, young lad, ex-military guards, just gone into the antique trade. Been doing it for years, very knowledgeable. Specialises a lot in arms and armoury, being a ex-Queen's Guard, and does quite well on the Chinese antiques. He's having a day off. The family just had twins, so he's got the job of looking after them. So I'm just going to quick scan around his shop.
My husband loves emeralds and they're just not for me. It's funny, you just have to know what appeals.
Quick view of items that he has for sale. They had a Christmas thing last night where they all stayed open late and everybody had mulled wine and mince pies. And a bit wet, but everybody came out.
Oh, interesting.
So I sold a lot of stock, turned a lot of stuff over. Again, another really good antique shop with
my husband had a
not as busy as Tom's, obviously, but
they would be like just a big bag.
you know, when you start looking at
Have you ever been to the
beautiful
gem
set
show
pistols
that
there
So we go to the antique show and sometimes
need a nice case.
Absolutely
Absolutely gorgeous.
And they're
About £1,500 a pair.
They have opalized like geckos and things, like lizards that
Interesting
opalized.
stuff.
You know, just incredible. But they're very into that.
Just on the table there in the display case, nice chatelaine, very good condition chatelaine.
Let me think on that,
Yeah, of course.
but I think it's quite nice room actually.
Go into the back room.
Is there any movement on the prices?
where Mark is engrossed in arms and militaria.
No, it's my husband's shop. So
Most of these guns, all of these guns are deactivated if they need to be. Jordon will give you a full rundown of history of every single one of them. On the wall swords, again. And on the table, daggers, knives. Again, more collection of militaria, bayonets down there. And around the rest of the room, got army jackets, coats, tweed jackets, and a random selection of like your normal stuff. So yeah, again, one of them shops you need to route. Got lots of individual stuff. Very interesting if you like the old stuff.
Do you take cards?
We do, but that would have to be cash, that one.
Would it?
Yeah.
And in the shop window with nice Christmas wreath, which I'm sure Jordon's not put in, he's had nothing to do with it.
You believe correctly.
Exactly, yes. Yeah. Because he's a bloke, basically.
He did the lifting.
Yeah.
On and off. We like it when they do. It's sort of between fees, it's just sort of a 50-50 chance of whether they'll sleep afterwards or want cuddles. Yeah. They'll sleep very well if they're up on you.
No, you look amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jordans are also very good if you have any sovereigns for sale. He likes the sovereigns. Pays good price for the scrap. Pays good price for one or two watches as well. So if you have any watches for sale, bring them down, show them.
I'll come back to you on that.
Lovely. The post office does cash if that was an
Oh,
issue.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think the little phone.
Quite bad.
What were they made out of?
Agate. It was chipped.
A
Quite
Z beam
Yeah,
made
you
out
wait,
of
this is
agate.
right. Get up there. I know Warrington. They've got hundreds of them.
Yeah, we got
yeah.
packets of Z beams.
It's that one. So it's like pretty much half a bead. I
So-
tried to bid on it at auction. Right, it's only half of a bloody bead, but it ended up
Yeah, go on.
hammer on it. So I bid up to 1,000 on it.
Right.
It ended up going for £3,400 for the. Nothing else in there is worth more than 20 quid.
No.
They did it for the bead. The bead's probably worth 8-9 grand. So with commission, there's a small
And
profit.
which auction was that in?
Marsan auction. It's one up in. It's an Asian art auction up in Bristol way.
Okay.
But yeah, Bristol or Bath, one of the two.
Bath.
But
Bath,
it is
Marsan, Bath.
Yeah.
Get up there, please, boys. Come on. You can do it.
Yeah.
Right, I'm off. I can't go
Okay.
for this recording business.
See you in a bit, Tom.
Yeah,
See
thank you, yeah.
Thomas, see you later, mate.
Where's best to clip that on?
Anyway, that's fine. That's cool. Just a little mark. That's great if you will.
Okay.
Right, that all on the front?
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Flag off to the side. I try not to drool on it.
yeah. No, that's perfect. Are you not mice and figures person?
Not really. Like I'm doing them. Like if you're interested, I'm doing like 120 a figure. Like as a group.
I'm scared to carry them around with
Yeah,
us, you know what I
transport,
mean? We're
yeah.
transporting them, we're not the gentlest.
Did you say they weren't no damage?
No damage.
So there's that one's got it, but other than that, I think they're all like every finger. I think is on there. That one's got some foliage
There's
missing.
a mice and figure.
but like they're pretty immaculate.
Very sharp, that.
Yeah.
They're all stamped and
Yeah.
Mice and figures, 120 a figure. You'd never, 20 years ago.
yeah, I know.
Oh, mate, bloody hell. And I keep saying this. 20 years ago it would have been this, and 20 years ago it would have been that. But mice and figures, I mean, that's...
£800.
Yeah. Is that perfect, that one?
Yeah.
Is it perfect, yeah.
They came from one owner.
Did they?
They'd had them in the family since new.
Yeah.
They had two others, but they were like super glue specials.
Yeah.
See, a lot of the time all the petals have been
They have.
knocked,
they-
haven't they?
yeah.
Even if they look perfect, the petals
Yeah.
got, but all the flowers are there.
Yeah, petals and fingers are the ones that are always
Yeah.
found.
Yeah, definitely fingers.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Jump anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get out. You've not spent any money yet.
Yeah.
I know, flipping heck.
Lovely Jordon.
Is that what it's got to be, Jordan?
That's kind of the trade price for the lot. Yeah, 120 a figure.
Okay.
I reckon there's easily double on each figure, and that one. That's probably more. But yeah.
They're quite nice. I'll see how the conversation between you two goes, and we'll see if we can. Yeah. Cool.
I've had some interesting bits. Start me off.
Start you off. Well,
I'll waffle on.
Yeah.
what happened to the little Chinese cup?
It's still in for valuation. They're still debating it. And
Is it?
Fingers crossed. Yeah, it's in. We'll find out.
Find out.
Yeah.
The debate on the age or the debate on
No,
the quality?
it's
royal.
It's whether or not it's official royal, and then it's still just processing as well, because I dropped off about 20 lots or something to Rosebery's London, who have been great with my Asian art over the past few years. Like, very good.
Yeah,
I
we went to
recommend.
the open like
Rosebery's London. So a quick recap of that. You bought.
I bought a lot of porcelain at a regional auction. I do a lot of Asian art. Most of it doesn't make it into the shop, it mostly just goes straight to auction. But it was a little teacup, 18th century, Chen-Lung marking period, nice cobalt sort of decoration, like canthus square.
Fits and
Nice. A little bit
Of
similar
the
to
shape,
that.
yeah.
Shape, but it was a marking period one, and it was like an official kiln one rather than that is the same shape, but I think that one's probably English. There's probably loads of
English. Yeah.
I think it's Lowestoft, just based on decoration.
Low stuff. Still a nice
in
piece
itself,
of
yeah,
Lowestoft.
still a nice
Lowestoft
piece
is
in
lovely.
itself, yeah.
I had a pair of Lowestoft plates I bought
sales
years
on.
ago, and I bought them for 99p each in a crockery box. I was
Oh, really?
happy, and they were perfect as well. One was perfect. One had from the plate hooks that were on it a little tiny nibble, like a micro nibble. Still fine. Cool.
So the one that you bought out of auction in a job lot for.
Well, including shipping, I've probably sunk about 500 quid into it.
Okay.
Probably slightly more actually. Just over 500, something like that. Fingers crossed it will do well at auction.
Fingers crossed it will estimate at how much?
I don't know, 3-4 grand.
Really, how much?
About 3-4 grand on a bad day with the chip.
Yeah, and on a good day.
I don't know, probably maybe 6. I don't want to jinx it.
No, not at
That's
all.
not what you're stuck,
Well, we'll come back on a future episode of this. Yes, sorry.
Someone else spotted it as well when I was bidding, because it was only in at 40 to 60 for the lot. I think my hammer was something like 420 or something like that, so someone spotted it. Yeah, same as there was a pair of pistols in there actually that were in a regional auction again. Funny enough, I think they were in the same estimate, 40 to 60. That seems to be.
Was that the ones that you showed us last night? Yes.
Restoration too.
Great.
Yeah.
Nice
Pull those out.
restoration.
Those are fantastic.
Yeah.
Look at those
It
things.
needs a lot of cleaning up. You know, I do sort of fine restoration on some of the bits of woodwork where they need little pieces grafted in and repaired, and then I try and sort of use old wood and then mask it with wax and stuff like that.
They're an outstanding pair of pistols.
Yeah,
though,
they are.
aren't they?
The silver work with the sort of dragons on, and then repeated again there with the scroll work and the dragon's head. and then the underside is just a bit fantastic. But yeah, as a pair, which is lovely, and it's quite interesting because I'm pretty sure they're Ottoman, but they're trying to sort of imitate Austro-Hungarian locks, because we've got Martin Wenzel on this one. It definitely wasn't an Ottoman. And then I think it's Seramengi. Yeah, I think it's Seramengi, which is something to do with Italy. I can't quite read it.
Right.
But basically, it was a common practice to sort of try and imitate sort of the northern Italian gunsmiths and stuff like that, and the Austro-Hungarian ones in the Ottoman Empire, because if you could make a lock there, it was less prized than some of the finer gunsmiths. But yeah, I can't seem to find any Austrian gunsmiths by that name, or northern Italian ones.
I mean, and as a pair, what will they retail out at?
Retail, I'm going to be putting these out at 1,800 a pair, which actually is 900 each, which is not too bad. But there is always a trade price.
Yeah.
And the trade price is a lot. It can be very reasonable. In auction, these will probably go in at something like 1,500 to 1,800 and probably break top estimate.
Right.
And then you factor in your fees on that as well.
Yeah.
You're probably looking to spend well over 2,000 on them as a pair.
But you've got 15% commission or 20% commission.
Yeah.
And a buyer's premium of
Yeah.
30% on top.
Yeah, got buyer's premium and then you pay VAT on top of that.
Yeah, it's just, again,
That.
same old story.
Nice guns there. Obviously, he's got more guns in there.
Yeah.
I've filmed more guns earlier on when you
got all
wipe
the
us in.
film,
Yeah.
filming of the guns.
Yeah.
Miser's purses in here, they're always nice because they're good quality. The cut. I didn't know this. I was watching a reenactor doing a mini sort of documentary. He was talking about the fact that court swords often have cut steel hilts, and sometimes you see them with silver. But apparently, when cut steel first came out, it was very hard to do well. It used to be more expensive than silver, which I didn't know.
Really?
So you think about it, when this was first made, this would have been more expensive than if you'd had it made from silver. Yeah, because it's using cut steel.
The Chatelain's very nice. That's
lovely.
that's a good one. That's
It's nice because it's got everything on it.
Yes.
It's got a thimble carrier, a scissors case, Vesta, a notepad with celluloid slides in it, a scent bottle, and the tape measure holder as well. So it really has got everything on there.
what price you got on that?
That one is out at $240.
Which that's
It's
quite
good,
cheap
that's
enough,
good,
isn't it? Yeah.
It's continental silver, but you know it's nice, and they've got faux Roman coins on it.
Yeah.
And it's actually not a bad. I know it's horrible to say, but it's not a bad weight. Considering. Yeah, it's nice because it's got sort of figures of knights on it, and then also a faux Roman coin in the middle.
All the work.
Yeah, fully worked up.
It's a nice thing, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite rare as well, isn't it, to get full set?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see lots of them made up.
Yeah, it's hard to find like a complete set. And
Original.
Also, it's hard to find ones that haven't been really broken.
Yeah.
Because you've even got the spare clip for the pocket watch there, which is nice.
Well, they got used, didn't they? I mean,
That was the thing.
the housekeepers,
They were
weren't they?
adapted by
Yeah.
the housekeeper
Of course
to
they were.
what they wanted.
Yeah.
weren't they? What was most useful.
Yeah. No, try and find good stuff. What else have I had in recently? I've got some nice.
You've got some lovely little pieces.
Yeah, I've got some
haven't you?
lovely opium tools in there.
Yeah.
Actually, they're quite nice because they're all different sizes, but they're sort of Chinese, and they're domestic silver as well, rather than export.
Okay.
I've got those these.
I looked at those last night, and they're outstandingly good quality, aren't they?
Yeah, so
real quality.
I mean,
yeah. So you've got your ink pot, which is still sprung load. They're all hand engraved all the way around. Hidden catches, ormolu, and then this one is a Vesta, which has your strike plate there, and then lifts up. I mean, it's fantastic.
outstanding quality,
Yeah,
that, isn't it? It's just that one's missing its
Bail,
handle.
unfortunately, but the bails are just stunning as well. I mean, just the hand file work to cut that out is like ridiculous.
they're and then I just love the fact it's got hidden catches as
Are
well.
they, would they just be a pair on their own, or would they be with something else?
Probably
or
in a
part of
writing,
something
probably in a
else?
writing
Yeah,
box.
yeah. I mean, imagine the quality of that.
Oh, I know.
box and that.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Try and find one.
Yeah.
You'd be hard pressed to find
Yeah,
better quality, definitely.
Yeah, workmanship on that.
Even
Amazing.
the bases of them are like high polished, which is high quality of finish, and then like a satin. So nice.
Devil's in the detail on these things, isn't it?
Yeah. I had them in. I had an Indigo as well separately. That was very nice quality. Yeah, that's really nice.
It is
Got
nice. Looking at that.
All the proper hard stones on it.
Yeah, it's nice.
All the scroll work, figure, and then even when you lift up malachite on there, then even when you look at these little finials, they've got the individual heads and faces on, and then when you lift it up, even on the inside, you've got scroll work. It's like if you're gonna buy an inkwell back then, this probably was top of
these are
top of the range.
Yeah, for people with money.
Yeah. Lovely thing that. And even the feet, you've got like little horns, little satyrs with bits of grape and vine. Just the amount of man hours to hand engrave that is ridiculous. And then you've got your little figure there holding a dove of all things as well.
And what sort of money would that go out at?
That one I've got it out at was out at 900, but it could be 6 for trade.
Yeah, right. Okay.
But yeah.
I mean, it's just beautiful, isn't it?
It's lovely,
these things, the workmanship in them. You couldn't buy it today, could you?
No. And it's all the fact they've all been hand done as well, and it's nice because you don't see a lot of these around.
No.
Yeah, I had that in, and then this is unusual because it's so I've got like a typical kind of, not quite, but very similar. It's like a Mary Antoinette kind of looking figure.
Yeah.
But it's really unusual because this side is the lid, which has got its nice little mark in there. But then it means it would have sat that way up, which is lid down, which is really strange.
Yeah.
So I think maybe this would have been part of maybe a like a vanity set or something, so it would sit that way up.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it would be quite weird to have it sat up.
Yes, that's on its picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, weird.
Yeah, that's a really nice one with that blue colour, so rich as well. And then that's all hand painted, which is nice. It's not a transfer. I am a sucker for it.
Beautiful stock.
Yeah, I like nice. I like things where I have to sort of think about it and go like, find me another one.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's find me another one. You can't find another one of any of them, can you? Really,
exactly.
You know. So
that was something I had in recently.
Oh yes.
You were there when
Yeah.
I got.
I was, wasn't I?
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. We picked that at Shepton Mallet, didn't
Yeah,
we?
we did.
Yeah.
Very good fare at Shepton. But yeah, this is it's ridiculously heavy and wonderfully worn. And as you said, pointed out quite nicely, is that there's a lovely wear pattern there where you'd get sort of a hand.
yeah, well, it's been used.
Yeah, resting on it.
Yeah.
Really nice thing, and like solidly cast as well. Like, just a lot of
Because
effort
when you
into
get
that.
to the brass and bronzes, you're thinking, so it could repro, and then you think this could be a church piece or
Yeah.
but the feel is, you can feel it.
Yeah,
There's a
it's
difference.
heavy. It's heavy. The wear pattern just slots into your hand perfectly. Because that's all it's been worn
Yes,
with. Hand. I love wear patterns when you can see them.
And you kind of get that left hand or right hand. And
Yeah,
it's a right
it's a right hander.
It's a right hander. Oh, you feel it.
Yeah. You want to see a funny example of wear? That's funny. It's all
Lovely job.
This is really corroded. We're right above the spout, so it's the steam.
See the steam.
Oh,
Eroded
yes,
it
of
away.
course it is, yeah.
So it's actually the steam that's done it. That's why
Wow.
that side's fine and that side's really corroded.
Really?
I think that's quite an early teapot, probably 18th
Yeah.
century. The Japanese one, but nice.
Nice early Japanese.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, you know, 65,
No money.
£65. It's
No money.
no money, is it? I mean,
No.
the effort and time
Yeah,
and
There's a
the
deal on
quantity
4 of
is-
them to be had.
4 teapot deal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 4 mice and 4 teapots, yes.
That one's nice. It does have a hole in the bottom, unfortunately, which is really sad. However, I have seen them patched and sold.
Yeah, well, they
Yeah,
used to.
right.
That's
Yeah.
what your people used to come round.
Yeah,
Repair
you anything
Yeah.
you needed. Yeah, they did.
That's
That's a nice one.
yeah. All of these I've got a soft spot for. So when I see them, if they're priced right, I normally pick them up. People do clean them up and use them for tea ceremony, which is quite nice. I sold a late 19th, early 20th century like tea block with the designs on it the other day, and I sold it. And I actually spoke to the guy.
We seen it last time we were here.
Yeah, I actually spoke to the guy later on, and he drank it, which is quite funny.
Oh, did he? Drank the tea, did he?
was
Yeah.
trying to-
Full tea break.
Really?
Yeah, like about 1900, 1800,
Yeah, it wasn't.
1900.
And he drank it, didn't he? Yeah.
And he,
Yeah,
paid,
antique.
he paid for it. And he took it home and drank it and took home and told me how good it was.
It matured over age.
Yeah, well I know some teas.
I like those.
You like those?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Some teas actually fetch. I was looking the other day that someone sold about 2 kilos of tea sealed from the 1950s, I think it was. Went for over £1 million.
Really?
Yeah. The right Chinese tea is worth money. My one
Really?
was an average tea. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite a £1 million tea.
Did you find out it sold after you'd sold your tea?
Yeah, I did. So that's why mine's an average tea.
Yeah,
It's like a sleep.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't the same tea.
No.
No.
I wish.
No, true.
Mind you, it was funny. I read an article about the tea that sold, and it was talking about how it worked out £4,000 a teapot worth of tea, the amount you'd need. Because it was £500 a ground. They worked it out. I was saying. So
Yeah, that's a
yeah, lots of tea. This is an interesting one. It's
Is that leather? Is it?
yes, that's tooled leather.
Tooled leather.
Okay.
It would have had a really lovely silk. I'll drop this.
I think so, John. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have had a really lovely silk liner, but it's just gradually sort of gone. But actually, when you look at it, just see some pictures in there. But actually, when you look at these, they're all good. The amount of work that's gone into the tooled leather, it's quite fragile. But I've never seen one like it in that detailed in tooled leather. I'll fit it with a
Strong hinges.
yeah, that's nice. The support there. And then the main work is on the outside of the rim, which I love. We've got the 2 birds with the coronet crest, which is lovely. I'll just quickly do it.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is nice. When you think it's leather, you just look at it and think it's
You think
cardboard,
it's
don't you?
cardboard, don't
But
you?
in actual fact, yeah. Yeah. Well, once you start, you just browse past these things, don't you? And you
Buy
yeah.
when you see things, and then
I know.
but as you go through, like you say, when you're out shopping, it's this kind of thing. You see so many things, don't you? And you just can't pick them all.
Well, you see too many things, don't you? I mean, I like the Meissen. I like that the African dress that Tim's got.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
What did you say? That was 300 quid. Are you buying the teapot?
Yeah, but I don't even know.
Yeah, it's on. Yeah, yours is on. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
There's no lights on.
It's reflecting. You turn it off then. It's showing on there. Yeah. Yeah, it's showing. It won't really matter to be honest because you're actually to do both together. So.
Yeah.
So that's I mean, it matters now, obviously, because he's in there. We'll get all this conversation now.
Yeah, I thought that was a ladybird, but apparently I think that's probably a cricket cage, and that's why you've got the cricket there. And that's like a mesh at the top of the cricket cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just lovely because you've got all of the little bits of all of the little gold work in it and the speckle, and then you've just got the sort of knotweed and then the abalone cricket. And I thought that was a ladybird at the bottom, but actually, yeah, I've had it pointed out. It's
a cricket cage.
It is a cricket cage, and there is a little stick
Strap.
underneath.
It's like fastening to the belt, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely though. I haven't seen another one that's that sort of nice, and it's nice and early as well. It's not like a Meiji
No.
kind of churned out thing. It's out 80, it could be 60 trade sort of thing on it, but yeah, it's a nice piece. Yeah, I had that. It's a good thing.
Tell me about the shoes.
The shoes.
Yes.
I love them. They're like
different.
fairy tale slippers, aren't they?
Totally different.
Yeah. So they've got like nice sort of leather soles, but it's the sort of type where I think you can actually fold that up. I don't want to try it because they're quite. I'll have a go. Yeah, so you can actually fold it back and wear it like a regular slipper, and you can see the original colours
there, isn't it?
But yeah, and then they just fold down, and they would have been sort of very bright blue originally, but over years they've sort of faded a bit. But this sort of needlework is fantastic. It's all just hours and hours and hours, and it's metal thread as well, which is lovely.
Is it metal thread?
Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. Even around here is as well. It's really well embroidered. And the thing is that they've got some good age to them because they're patinas. Yeah. I've got a soft spot for old footwear as well. That's sort of close to the colour it would have been. Yeah. But I just love them. I think they're probably Persian. They could be Indian, but there's something nice that you don't see a lot of. No. And also they display really well. Like if you stick them out sort of anywhere at a slight angle, they will just like people go, oh. And I've had about 3 or 4 people go, oh, I like them, and then it's been either slightly too big or slightly too small. It's like Cinderella.
Yeah.
You can't.
So, it's interesting trying to
glass slipper.
Yeah. And I've got these are nice as well actually.
So can I just check you on that? So to turn off on their own these things. That's right. Okay, cool. Well, because one of you's on, that's all that matters.
Yeah, these are good as well.
I saw those yesterday.
Yeah, they're Japanese, and what's really nice is that the reed work, you count how many, I don't want to even try and count how many reeds are in there, like the amount of time that would have taken to fold and weave, and then they would have had leather pads, unfortunately there's only one left, but yeah, and then these would have been velvet as well, so you would have had like a really soft, quiet shoe with this sort of felt padding and the little leather soles, but like as a pair of very simple things, there's actually an incredible amount of work that's gone into them, which is why I've got a soft spot for them.
Yeah.
I always try and find nice bits like that.
All interesting, isn't it? It's you know, you could. The good thing about talking to the owner of the shop is he knows every piece individually.
Yeah, I have to. So it's mental when you think about how much you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a good amount of everything in there.
Every piece is sourced individually, isn't it?
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tweed.
That one. Yeah, that is nice.
There is a little bit of damage on the base of it, but it's actually not too.
Is that Riello work on that one? Is it? Or is it? Let's have a look. No.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does have a unfortunate bit of damage on that.
Oh yeah.
But there is wiggle room on the price on it. But it's just a really nice thing, proper tweed.
Yeah.
It's got the scent bottle, a little silver bladed penknife, a little needle, and a little memory aid memoir card. Yeah. I was going to say a memory card.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is.
It's
an early one.
Yeah, brilliant.
And then trade on that would be like $250 or something.
Nice thing.
That's class, isn't it? When you.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. This is a good quality thing. And what I like about them is a lot of them have the in the lid. They've all still got the original silk. Sometimes you find little hidden mirrors in there as well. But yeah, that's a good couple of 100 years old. It's nice to find them. Like I've got little small objects I just love, like that. That's nice. That's a sort of Capitamonte one, but like so fine, and it's like the quality involved in making something like that. And what's nice is it's all gilt on the inside still. On the outside, unfortunately, it's worn over the years, but just in by the hinges, there's a little bit left. Yeah, that would have been I like the grotesque faces on it as well. They're just nice and different, aren't they? soft spot.
And very collectible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They are
very.
people do collect it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't see much Capodimonte like that,
No.
do you?
No,
it's
no,
quite
it's hard
rare.
to find.
Yeah.
Capodimonte, and then when I see a good porcelain box, I don't mind sort of taking them in, and even if they sit for a bit, I like them. But that's a nice one I got in. I'm not sure the mark. It's trying to be obviously Meissen, but I think it's probably a Sevres mark or something, or maybe a Dresden. I'm not quite sure. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a crack on it, but it's actually a really lovely box. That's nice.
That's a lovely little
box, yeah. Nicely decorated inside and out as well. There's another one that's nice. It's got an old collection label on it.
Yep.
Which is nice, and then don't worry. And then it does just have the Napoleon crest on it, which is quite nice as well. That one's interesting because it's like I think that one could be what's his name? French used to always do kind of either faux Worcester or faux Chinese stuff. Always on the tip of my tongue. Is it Samson?
So yeah.
Yeah. Samson. I think that's probably Samson. But it's nicely done because it's in the proper kind of powder sort of blue. It's not a normal.
Is that porcelain or enamel?
That's porcelain. Yeah, I've got a little bit of enamel in there. I've got some Bilston labels at the front that are quite nice, and then I have a Bilston salt pot as well, which actually has got quite a nice design on it. I haven't really displayed it that well there. I'll probably have to wiggle it around a bit. Yeah.
I think I've got a pair for that.
Have you? Well, I'm interested.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I've had a few nice bits, and then a really nice Russian cloisonne in there.
Right, that's Russian cloisonne.
Yeah.
Right, I've never seen Russian cloisonne before.
Yeah, it's a 19th century revival of a 17th century design, and it's just really, really well done around the rim, and then it is marked in here with Moscow marks and the 9-1 purity for Russian silver, and then it's 1876, and then Obchinnikov as the maker, which is quite a sort of renowned maker, but it's just a really lovely piece.
Yeah, look at the quality of that.
Yeah, it's hard to find something like that. And then even on the back you can sort of see. And then what's nice is there is bits of gilding, and all of this in here it has tarnish, but I think it probably is gilded. I just haven't cleaned it. I wouldn't want to. But even in between, there's sort of crosshatch and little stippling and stuff like that on the base of the silver as well. So it's even textured in there. But as a piece, it's something very nice that you can hold in the palm of your hand and look at and think, God, that's something special.
Yeah, well, if Russia stops invading Ukraine, that'll be worth a lot of money.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, when the market bounces back
again.
Yeah, because about 10 years ago that would have been £6,000 plus. Especially once you factor in fees. But actually, as it sits, it's about half price.
It's a hard market, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've got a great collection of Russian pictures.
Yeah.
We've got Russian artwork of good quality.
Yeah.
We've got Fabergé and everything.
Lovely.
But we're just hanging on until Putin packs in.
Yeah, exactly. And then hopefully there'll be a rush to buy it.
Well, I think there will be.
Yeah. I've got like my little.
No, the small finds. Lovely finds.
Press anything to turn that?
No, it's fine. It's yours. Is it still on? No, yours stayed on. Yeah.
Perfect. Whatever I can find that I think sort of stands out with being nice quality, like that was a nice quality thing. That's French. It's nice because it's got the sort of insect marks on it, so we can date it quite well. But yeah, it's a lovely thing.
It's a good area for that sort of antique round here, isn't it? Because there's a good collection of antique shops.
So that one has got, what's it got? It's got the, I can't even quite make it out. No, so that one it's got Mars there, and then a maker's mark, or sponsor's mark, sorry. And then I can't quite make out that one at the bottom. Yeah. It's got little split ones. I think it's like 1830.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I should think that's about 1830.
Did you sell much last night, Jordan, with the Christmas market on?
I got rid of a lot of mince pies. I'll tell you that. Yeah, no, sales were all right.
Yeah,
it was
you
a
did
nice
something,
night.
yeah.
You got a bit of Christmas spirit in the air, and people started opening their wallets, which was nice.
Yeah.
So that means that I can do a bit of Christmas spirit to my
Yeah, of course.
Got to pass it round. That's another fine quality for Mitchell. You're going to catch something fine. That's it's Jordon. I can't remember what the date is. I think it's Jordon 3rd. But then you've got a lovely green man on the back, sort of blended in with the scroll work, and then a shellback spoon, all gilt. Incredible. The only annoying thing is, it's got the lion, it's got the date, it's got the George. It doesn't have a maker's mark.
No.
So that I'm presuming would have been on maybe the rest of the set. Yeah.
The green man on the spoon. I've never seen a green man on the spoon before. It's usually wooden green man.
Yeah.
I've never seen a silver green man.
Yeah. He's blended in there. He's lovely though.